before we get into ICE starting to prepare themselves to come to Detroit and raid and get all of the illegal migrants from out of my city also, I want to first tackle this whole situation. Man dropped his kid off of school, and then ICE came and picked him up right after that. Check it out.
I'm told the man taken into custody by immigration agents had just dropped off his child at school this morning. And Alderman Michael Rodriguez tells me that this entire community here in Little Village is on high alert.
It created a lot of fear in the morning, and we were rapidly responding to it.
Video from someone who did not want to be identified shows a man being detained by ICE agents near 32nd and Kedzie. Alderman Michael Rodriguez says this is the first detainment he knows of in Little Village.
The Colombian government just reported that of the 200 people that were deported, none were criminals and 2 were pregnant women. Now we have a detainee whose child was just dropped off at school.
Wait a minute. If there was pregnant women, that means we got to get them out of here ASAP, because we don't want them having kids here on American soil and then saying that I'm a birthright citizen. I'm a birthright citizen. If you pregnant, I think that they need to make sure that they keep you and your family together as they put y'all on a cargo plane and head back to Guatemala. Because you can't be over here getting pregnant on purpose, having children out of wedlock, making sure that your kid is a birthright citizen so that they can have dual citizenship from where they from and where they at. Get them. Get them. Get them. Get them, gorilla. Get them. If you over here illegally, it's time to pay the piper. Anton, you don't have no sympathy. Oh my God, you don't have no sympathy for the ladies. I love my ladies. Plenty of my baby mamas is in the chat. You want to know who they are? I tell y'all who they are every single day. They don't need to get any more visibility, because every single time I say that one of these women in the chat is one of my baby mamas, and you don't have to have a kid by me in order to be my baby mama. Every single time I say one of these women in the chat is my baby mama, I see y'all out here trying to shoot y'all shot. Hey. You really Anton's baby mama? Y'all keep sending these DMs to these women every single time I identify one of them as my baby mama. Say it ain't true, queen. Ha. You really rock with Anton or no? I see you. Let me know if you really about that life. Stop sending the DMs to the ladies. Just because they my baby mama don't mean that you got to make them a target. Leave them alone. Leave them alone.
Right after that fact, being detained.
This comes after President Trump ramps up his mass deportation efforts, demanding at least 1,800 arrests per day across the country. Those like Baltzar Enriquez says he has been handing out information cards in order to help fearful families feel more prepared.
Some families have opted out from sending their kids to school, and that's taking the children's right to an education.
Rodriguez says he is unaware if the man detained had a criminal record, but his rapid response team is ready to support anyone in need.
People are resilient. We want to make sure folks know their rights. That's a blanket of coverage and care that people will desperately need right now.
ICE agents have said that this surge in operations has led to more than 3,000 arrests nationwide. Alderman Michael Rodriguez says families can call the immigration hotline or his office directly.
Ain't that amazing? Regular citizens, hey, y'all can't call for no help. You get stopped by the police, you on your own. Hopefully they got their body cams on. But if you're an illegal migrant and you just so happen to, okay, so wait a minute. So you saying that you could drop your kid off of school. As long as you're dropping your kid off of school, you shouldn't get arrested and deported, right? Don't worry, we'll wait till little Manuel and Jesus get out of school before we pick them up too. We want to keep the family together. But in addition to that, ICE agents are ramping up to hit Detroit and Metro Detroit to come and make sure that they get everybody that ain't supposed to be here illegally.
Tonight on The Edge, more agents from Immigrations and Customs Enforcement expected in Metro Detroit.
ICE is now pulling agents from other federal agencies as it aims to round up undocumented immigrants. Fox 2's Jessica Dubnik joining us live now with the latest on this push by President Trump's administration. And Jessica, we knew here it was just a matter of time before things picked up.
That's right. We've been watching it all week, all around the country. Sources telling me tonight that similar activity by ICE, that surge that we've been talking about, will start in Detroit and the suburbs very soon. We're talking the next couple of weeks, and they're actually recruiting other federal agents because of the influx in activity.
Clearly, it's very progressive. We haven't seen something like this, I don't think, ever.
The nationwide immigration sweep targeting undocumented, specifically wanted criminals means ICE is pulling federal agents from the FBI, DEA, and ATF, a historic move.
We're plus 9 days from inauguration, and here we are starting this.
Paul Vanderplow is a recently retired special agent in charge with the Detroit Field Division of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, or ATF. He's weighing in on the surge set to start very soon here in Detroit and in the suburbs.
When they do start here, I expect to see federal agencies through the neighborhoods, and I fully expect them to treat the individuals with respect, dignity, and get through the process the way they have.
Any regrets?
Just like that. You see that cargo plane? That's the respect that you get. Listen, you're going to get this hard seat. No mineral water. No bottled water. Water fountains on your way into the plane. Hands, feet together. Children together with their parents. Make sure that y'all all together. What country you going to? We're going to treat you with dignity, but we're going to do it really fast, all right? Okay? Anybody else in the house that we need to get up out of here? Don't worry, we'll be back.
Coming into the United States illegally?
It'll play out like we've seen this week in Boston, near Houston, and in Colorado. The majority of those arrested in these raids wanted gang members or wanted for other major crimes.
They're not going to settle for some case where it's just documentation. They're going after killers.
There's a lot at risk for these folks. They're potentially getting sent back to their home country. Right. How does that increase the danger in these situations?
When you don't want to go and you have that much incentive to not go, then the fight or flight equation comes more to fight.
While the borrowed federal agents will receive some training from ICE, ultimate decisions on immigration status or similar will defer to ICE agents.
Frankly, I'll be honest, I want these bad actors out of here just like everybody else.
Biggest takeaway from this story there, sources, and of course Paul Vanderplow, the former head of the ATF here in Detroit, is that this first round of activity by ICE and those other federal agents will focus on the high-value criminals, those that are wanted not only...
That's what I'm talking about. Just like you had high-value men, you got high-value criminals.
Here in the metro area, but really around the world. But as far as what happens next after all of those folks are in custody, it's still unclear. We'll have to stay tuned. Reporting live, Jessica Dupnack on The Edge.
Somebody said that they're going to go into a Mexican restaurant and ask for extra ice just to get a reaction. You're going to get some spit in your tacos. You know what? I'm going to Mexican Town. I do want to go check out Mexican Town today, see what the sentiment is. I do. See what it is. I listen, my city ain't perfect. We've been making strides and we've been progressive on the financial front from a long time, but we got some growing to do. We got some things to fix, and it is some people in here that's not supposed to be here. I will admit.